Mid-2017, I maxed a level 3 skiller named Bogey. Soon after, I set a goal to get 200 mil XP in Hunter since it's my favorite skill. As the months go by while training, I found myself burning out quickly as I didn't have the same motivation that I had while maxing. I tried making a hardcore Iron Man skiller, but it didn't work out. I went questing to gain kudos for access to Fossil Island, but unfortunately I lagged really bad during the fight in Demon Slayer, and wasn't able to eat the food even though I was spam clicking it. I lost the hardcore status with over 30 mil firemaking XP, which at the time was rank 2. I then remade another hardcore skiller, taking a different approach. I was attempting to max it rather than go for 200 mil firemaking off the bat. Eventually I came to the decision that hardcore wasn't worth my time if I could die to anything, even if it's just a simple lag, so I went back to training Hunter on Bogey. Even though I managed to get 50 mil Hunter XP, I was still lacking the motivation. By the end of 2017, I decided to try a 200 mil one skill at a time account. The thought of having 1 bill total XP with a low total level was very appealing to me, so I made that my main focus. I started off with cooking to test the waters to see if it was the type of account I wanted to play. I've never had a 200 mil before, so the idea of having a 200 mil OSAT was intimidating. I had more than enough money from Hunter to fund 200 mil with wines. Wines are around 500k XP per hour and are fairly cheap. When I hit 99 cooking, I found myself very satisfied with the look of having 99 with everything else level 1 except for HP. Cooking was a weird skill though. Wines don't give XP drops while making them, you have to let them sit for 12 seconds before you get an XP drop. So while training until 200 mil, it felt like I wasn't gaining any XP at all. It was kinda demotivating, but I wanted to push through and finish. Even though wines are quick, it took me 6 months to reach 200 mil, which is bad to some, but I still managed to finish something I've never done before, a 200 mil skill. Toward the end of cooking, I learned about the profit made from training smithing with rune items after 99. I still had more than enough money left over to fund it, so why not? With so much motivation to train a new skill, it only took me around 2 weeks to reach 99 smithing, making the best plate bodies available. After 99, I made rune 2-handed swords for a profit at 220k XP per hour. I sold the swords in bulk amounts to people who were in a designated clan chat which had a static price. I made a little over 600 mil profit doing so. 200 mil smithing took me around 7 months to complete. I then decided to take a break from skilling and went for a different type of goal instead. I wanted to get the clueless scroll from completed 400 medium clues. I was fairly lucky with the loot and made profit by getting 4 ranger boots along the way. This took me around 2 weeks to complete, giving me enough time to determine my next skill. Sitting at 400 mil total XP and halfway to my main goal of 1 bill XP, I decided to train firemaking next. Once I hit level 50, I began doing an interesting method at Wintertide for the Pyromancer outfit. The video of the method is on my channel if you want to check it out. It only took me around 164 kills to get the full set. From there, I did the rest of the firemaking at the Grand Exchange doing the backwards burn method. This method allows you to continuously burn logs without having to relight. Unfortunately, I still needed to use a stamina dose for run energy, which made me have to relight every so often. I used redwood logs from level 90 to 200 mil at around 500k XP per hour. 200 mil firemaking took me under 4 months to complete. Once finished, I still had over 500 mil to spend. At this point, I decided to just knock out 2 more valuables to reach 1 bill XP. Even though 500 mil sounds like a lot, it definitely wasn't enough to fund them. Up until this point, I was only using the money I had made from Hunter on Bogey from the start, and only playing one account. In order to fund crafting and fletch, I would have to make an alt. I've never enjoyed playing on 2 accounts at once, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I took another break from skilling and went for the Castle Wars Halos instead. This gave me enough time to make a rune dragon alt. Crafting was a fairly relaxed skill. Once I got level 63, I made dragon hide bodies until 200 mil. Mainly blues for 355k XP per hour, and then later on blacks for 440k. If I needed an AFK, I would make empty light orbs with molten glass. It's not the best XP, but any XP is better than none. 200 mil crafting took me 5 months to finish, but I was pretty much broke. Knowing that I've already chosen fletching as my next skill, I would have to create another alt to fund it by looking at a GP per XP calculator. In the meantime, I decided to go back to Wintertide to try to get the Phoenix and to give me enough time to make a second rune dragon alt just in case. Halfway through making the alt, Twisted League was released, which switched my focus. Soon after the league ended, I started training fletching. Fletching was pretty slow in the beginning because I was stringing magic longbows while questing on my second alt. Stringing magic longbows is only 210k XP per hour but semi-AFK. I made those until around 40 mil XP, which took a while, but it also gave me enough time to make money for capital for faster methods. I then switched to making amethyst arrows, which are around 550k XP per hour. It took me a while to get used to playing on 3 accounts at once, but it was the only way I was going to be able to finish my goal. Eventually I started adding darts into the mix. I made 2 mil XP worth of arrows and 3 mil XP worth of darts per day while playing 2 Rune Dragon alts. I did this until around 150 mil XP and then switched to making darts alone. I had enough capital to finish off with darts, but the dilemma was the buy limit. I would buy and sell the supplies on 4 accounts since the buy limit was terribly low. 200 mil fletching took me 4 months to complete. Ultimately, I finished my goal of 1 bill XP while training 1 skill at a time in 2.5 years of playing. I will keep you guys up to date with my new goals and progression on YouTube and Twitter, so make sure you subscribe and follow. Until next time.